We know the basic rules of finance and economics are changing more rapidly than we ever could have possibly imagined before. If you read up on the history of currency and read up the history of debt, you actually realize that there's a bigger system in play that we've sort of bought into collectively.
As we wake up to more of who we are, more becomes available to us, right? So initially it's kind of like, okay, I'm this body, you know. Then we kind of connect more with our emotions and our insights, and then we start to feel more the connection we have with each other, and the connection we have with the entire planet. And so what starts being like this me, little me, starts to get larger and larger and larger and larger, and yet still noticing that for so many of us, when we engage the world through our work and through our livelihood, as opposed to coming from here, it's like this much of us shows up in the work that we do typically. Making that choice to perhaps follow our heart and to give all of who we are, oftentimes feeling like we have to then sacrifice financial security. How do we have both the opportunity to live from our deepest inspiration, our passions, and all of who we are, and to be able to contribute meaningfully in the world in exchange for, financial abundance? Well, what is the next kind of wave of human consciousness? Where is humanity heading? As we continue to evolve, not just in our exteriors, but in our interiors, in our consciousness, in our awareness, where is that heading?
Our current level of evolution, where we're moving toward as a culture, toward as a system, and our current finance system, there's a big gap there.
So through liberation economics, we're saying that we actually need a whole new vision of work and why we engage in work in the world. We actually have a new way of defining purpose. We see that we all actually have a common purpose. Right? All of us, all of humanity has a common purpose. And that common purpose is to fulfill the potential of our lives. What is meaningful to me, right? And what is it that I'm inspired to offer in the world? Whenever we feel a sense of inspiration, that we're actually intuiting an aspect of our unique potential.
And a lot of people at this point are like, okay, I got my potential, but still, where the fuck do I go from here? Right?
Coming from that place of inspiration, for something to actually change in my life, right, from inspiration to lead to transformation, takes practice. Practice of continually cultivating our capacities.
We're practicing the ability to create opportunities for each other.
The way we look at partnerships is that as we engage and connect with each other consciously, that we are helping each other to co-realize our potential.
Because if everybody's just looking out for how's this serve me, suddenly we lose a lot. Half of our people are underemployed.
As a famous man recently said, that we are the change that we've been waiting for.
Can you make an offer to that community, say that I'm willing to serve your vision if you're willing to serve my vision?
And then creating a plan together and designing, using conscious design to be able to manifest our deepest intentions in the world.
Do what you love, and the money will follow if it serves the need of your community.
What we would invite you all to join us is that we're having a workshop in June. The workshop itself is actually the catalyzing of this new community. And so liberation economics is about what if the workshop doesn't have to end? What if that community, what if the insights that were awakened inside that workshop, what if it doesn't end? What if it can last as long as we all choose it to last, to support us in our lives?
If we can make a ripple change here in Boulder, if we can make that change, we have the opportunity to go really far out into a lot of other communities just by what we change here. So I just want to me, it's a very ambitious thing to try for, but to try to create a new curriculum around how we can interact financially from our place of what do we actually love the most? What is it we're most inspired from? To me, has tremendous potential.